Hey guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to go through with you some of my favorite soundtracks that I own on vinyl. I'm a huge soundtrack person, so every time I see one of my favorites out in the wild or if there is a new release, I know I have to have it. It's immediate add to cart. So first we will go for Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is such an underrated movie. I'm not much into action movies, but I also love Emily Browning. But I remember when this came out, I watched it because of Vanessa Hudgens. She was in it. And this soundtrack is so incredible. I don't think it gets anywhere near the credit that it deserves. Some of the big winners on it, there is Emiliana Torini, Bjork is on it, Emily Browning does 2 songs on here. There is a We Will Rock You / I Want It All cover, like a Queen cover. It just hits so hard. It's rock, it's bass, but it's also like fast paced. It's some of my favorite music to listen to at full volume the way it's meant to be. It's a Record Store Day exclusive here from the At the Movies line. But here we go. So it is a stunning green translucent. It looks a little more teal on camera, I can see that, but in person it's this bright, bright green. It plays so beautifully. It's gorgeous. I found this one on Discogs because God knows I wasn't going to find it anywhere else. And I want to say I paid about $130 for it, which is the most I've ever paid for an album. Give it a listen. Watch the movie if you haven't seen it. It is like it messes with your mind. Next up, this one was a holy grail and I had to keep my eye on it. Unfortunately, I paid more than I should have with this one, but it is Moulin Rouge. Beautiful, beautiful movie. One of my all-time favorites. It is the, we'll pull one here. So Candy Apple Red. And it also has this beautiful, like a white marble for disc 2. I don't know if the marbling shows up too well. And you can see a little bit of it there. Absolutely stunning. So this is one of my more recent purchases. And it was recently restocked on Disney Music Emporium. And I missed it every time. It happened like 3 restocks and I missed each one because I was at work when it got announced. But it is the Lizzie McGuire movie soundtrack. It is red and white. This has been stocked on Urban Outfitters before, but then I think it's mostly through Disney Music Emporium now. I believe I paid $80 US or so. And it was from somebody in the Put Your Records On Facebook group, which if you're not in it, you should be. Everybody's so nice there. They always look out for each other. They post all the new drops and everything. So hit them up. There's also a sister group for buying and selling too. So next we have, what am I looking at here? Ooh, I just watched this last night. It is one of the best movies. Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber, Fleet Street, Johnny Depp. This movie is quite graphic, especially for the age I watched it at. But watching it again yesterday, it felt like it was not as graphic as it could have been. Johnny Depp's vocals were shocking. I did not expect them to sound that good. Helena Bonham Carter was wonderful. Her vocals just shined right through. Anyways, this is just on standard black. I got this from my friends at Neptune Records in Vancouver. This one, I never thought I would have my hands on it, but I do. Over the Garden Wall from, this is the Mondo pressing. This is the Harvest Leaves. I hadn't discovered Over the Garden Wall until last fall. And everybody in my record group was looking for this soundtrack. And I was like, what is this show that everybody's talking about? I found out it was a Cartoon Network limited series about 2 boys that get lost in the forest and they end up with all these mystical creatures and they're very confused and lost. And it's such a sweet story, but at the ending it really messes with your head a little bit. And so this is the Harvest Leaves. Let's see if that picks it up a little bit. Great marbling on this. I do love Mondo's pressings. I think, oh, that one right there. Isn't that gorgeous? I think Mondo did a quick drop. I got it for $25. I love it when that happens. Next we have, almost done. We got 2 left. So Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Oh, the hold this movie had on me when I was in high school. I also want to credit it being the soundtrack that influenced my music taste in the best way. This is the You Go Yellow pressing. This is the brand new one. I didn't know this album was coming out. I didn't even know it existed on vinyl. The soundtrack is so good. Shout outs. Let's look at Devendra Banhart is on here. Vampire Weekend, We Are Scientists, Army Navy, Band of Horses. Just all around great soundtrack. Wonderful movie. It's so funny. I love Michael Cera and I'm obsessed with Kat Dennings. Just everything she does, she is so good. Dollface, Two Broke Girls. Forget everything else off the top of my head, but those are my favorite ones. The last one, again, thank you, Put Your Records On group. I had tried to manifest this because it was never on vinyl. So sometimes in the group we will post in like, what do you want to see pressed? What are your favorite, like what are your favorite movies or favorite albums that you want to see come out? And then they did it. I almost cried. This movie is my comfort movie. It is my, I don't know what to watch, so I'm just gonna put something on. And this is the gray smoky, which I feel like the standard should have been red and then the other versions being gray smoky, but the only red one is Barnes & Noble. It is still pretty, I just don't understand why they did it like this. Like, the red would have just made sense. I love having this on vinyl. I just still can't get over it. Anyways, that is my movie collection, my favorite movie collection. I have a few more in here. You guys saw my Scott Pilgrim unboxing last week. That is probably my all-time favorite movie. So I didn't want to give it any shout out in here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this soundtrack review, I guess. Let me know what you want to see next. Drop something down in the comments and give me a like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Bye.